All right, we're here in this nice big old Nissan Altima. It's a rental car. We want to share the gospel in a rental car. I've got here a little Gospel of John from the Pocket Testament League. They're in the King James Version. It's got the whole Gospel of John in there. And there is an explanation, an introduction here into the plan of salvation. We're sinners. That we're separated from God, and that Jesus Christ is what connects us back to God. And it's not religion, it's not philosophy, doing good, and all these other things, but that that we can be reconciled to God through Jesus Christ. So there's some very important truth in here in this gospel, and of course over here in the glove box. That's where I leave them. So the next person that's going to rent the car is going to, not just a whole lot of instructions here about Nissan, but there will be a Gospel of John in there. It even has a QR code right here. And on the back, that's what I like about them, there's this sticker in there. This is basically my member ID. So if you go to the website of the Pocket Testament League, then you can type in this number, and I'll see that you've been added to the Pocket Testament League, or you can leave a testimony in there. You can tell me that you've been saved, that you've started your personal walk with Jesus Christ, or that you've joined the Pocket Testament League. It might be a way for us to get in touch with each other. So you can use this number here on the back. So what we'll do is just take the Gospel of John, put it right in here with the other Nissan instructions, and leave it right in there for the next person that needs some instructions about this car. That person will also find some instructions on how to live, how to start a personal walk with Jesus Christ, and how to be saved. Now we're in this rental car here, and we want to share the gospel, so we use the car radio. We make sure that there's a gospel station on every button here where you can save radio stations. AM, FM, I fill them up with gospel stations here.
Those professors that don't believe in
There's preaching here.
Easy thing he might do in Washington. Oh, I see.
This is on 90.9 King of Kings radio from Somerset, Kentucky. On here, on every button, I want to have a gospel station. Okay, we forgot. Look here. Here's no gospel station, so we turn it to 90.9 right now. Here it is. Save it.
Mr. Smith is ill. Mr. Dugan is absent.
Save it.
Seems the deciding vote falls to you, Mr. Mark.
Save it.
Mr. Chairman, after listening to my advisors and giving this matter careful thought, I feel there's only one.
Okay, from 1 to 6, the same station, King of Kings radio station. They play mostly Southern gospel music. And one final thing, take a look at the Bluetooth setup. A lot of people want to connect their smartphones with the car's Bluetooth function so they can use the hands-free. A lot of people just leave in their iPhone, Mike's iPhone, Judith's iPhone, or whoever, just a very odd name, very simple name. But why don't you rename your phone in your Bluetooth function? Take your smartphone, change the phone's name into a confession of faith. Jesus, I trust in you. God is my refuge and fortress. Or maybe the URL to a Christian website, or some other, maybe an excerpt from a psalm. This is evangelization. This is evangelism. This is confessing your faith in Jesus Christ before others. This is just telling the good old story of Jesus Christ. That's doing what Jesus tells us to do. And these are smart or inventive little ways we can do that. The next person will get
this car, we'll rent this car, and when they come in here, of course, all the Bluetooth phones that have been added in the past will be listed there, and the most recent ones will show. And many times, well, in the case of this car, the next person will read, Jesus, I trust in you. And then there's a URL to a Christian website with preaching, or Jesus, God is my refuge and fortress. A simple affirmation of faith that might stick in someone's mind and that might be a blessing to someone out there, and remind them of God, because we live in a world that is forgetting God. So every one of us as Christians must be active in reminding others of who God is and what God is about and what he did for us on the cross and in his redemptive work. We have a duty to tell others God will send us out there, and there is a million little ways and opportunities to share the gospel with others. All we have to do is do it, get up and go.